Hurricane season is upon us in Texas. This is a big deal. But what I wanted to share with y'all today could actually help those of you in every part of the planet, I suppose, because we all from time to time are left without power or electricity. And I want to talk to y'all today about an extremely cost-effective way that you may be able to power your entire home with this DIY whole house generator setup. I had looked into it a few times. We made nationwide news here in Texas when we had the infamous freeze. We were without power for a few days. So I said to myself, never again. I want to be prepared next time this happens. So I went ahead and put together this little setup that for about, I would say roughly $2,000 or less, most of you should be able to get most of what I'm going to cover and again, power your entire home. So the home that we're in right now that I have tested this on is about 3,600 square feet. Got a 6-ton AC unit. I was able to power my entire home. That's everything, the washer, dryer, TVs, internet, you name it, we ran it. As a matter of fact, I was even able to charge my Tesla. Full disclosure, I was charging it at about half the amperage rate. Usually charges at about 32 amps through the adapter I have set up. So I charged it, I think, at around 12 amps, and I was able to do that as well. I did, however, purchase something, Micro Air Flex Easy Start, that significantly reduces the amperage used to start the AC, which hopefully will free up more amps to charge my Tesla at a higher amp rate. Nonetheless, typically we're gonna be without power for a day max. This last time, I think we were without power for about 24 hours, but this setup, it worked great. This particular generator that I have, which is a Furman P as in Paul 001, it's a 9,200 running watt and 11,400 peak watt gas generator. There are a number of generators, obviously, that you can choose from, but I'm just gonna let you know exactly what I have. This has a remote start. It's got a alert system that will alert you if there's high levels of carbon monoxide, I believe. A Micro Air Flex is the component that I mentioned that significantly reduces the amount of amperage used to start the AC. That's a problem that a lot of folks run into when they're trying to set up these systems, where the generator will run most everything, but when they attempt to power on their AC, that's when it trips your breakers, and that's when they run into the problems. That Furman is actually able to run everything but charging the car. So even without my having installed the Micro Air Flex, I think my amperage when we tested the AC was initially starting at about 124 amps, which is a lot. And now that I have been running that Micro Air Flex for a few days, I believe the peak start amperage is now down to 33 amps. So that's a significant reduction in amps needed to start that AC system. Even if you're not interested or not looking to set up a system like this to power your home, it might be a good investment to get that Micro Air component because it could actually help you out on your electric bill, period. I'm gonna go ahead and post links to all of this below. What I have is the Furman P09201. It's a 9,200 watt running and 11,400 watt peak. It is a gas generator. They do make dual and tri-fuel generators. In the future, I might trade up to something that has as much power, but I would love to be able to hook it to my natural gas line in the home, because then it would be a more set it and forget it type system. This generator holds 9 gallons of gas, and that will power the generator for roughly 11 hours. I bought a 15-gallon portable fuel tank that actually has your gas gun on it, which makes it convenient to keep a decent amount of fuel on hand. It doesn't leak. It's easy to pump gas into anything. So what my plan is to just keep the gas, and every 2 months or so. If I don't end up using it, just put it into a vehicle or something so the gas doesn't go wasted. You've got the Furman generator, got the Micro Air Flex. I bought a 50 amp, 15-foot generator cord, which is probably not necessary that you need a cord that long. I wanted to be able to tuck the generator in a crevice behind the home so it's not just out there for anybody to see and possibly steal. The only thing that really required electrical service, I am the least handy guy you'll probably ever meet. I've been called a lot of things, but a handyman is not one of them. I was actually able to install the Micro Air Flex myself, and there's tons of videos on YouTube. I'll probably shout out or post a link to one of those videos, a video I used below, which makes it kind of easy. The folks at Micro Air were also great. Their customer service, they handle everything via email, but if you're having any trouble, I did have a bit of confusion because the capacitor in my AC unit was an aftermarket, so the videos didn't match exactly. So I was able to take a picture and shoot it over to them, and they were able to reply back pretty quickly with very detailed instructions on how to get the thing up and running properly. The only thing that I needed outside assistance with was having my switch installed in the breaker that allows me to plug, and the inlet. So the breaker switch, which when you lose power, you have to make sure you flip that breaker so the generator can power the home, and then the electrician also hooked up an inlet. Some of you guys might be well versed in doing that as well. I didn't want to mess with it. There are tons of videos on YouTube that can help you with that if you want to get crazy with the DIY. I didn't want to risk messing with too much electrical, so I had an electrician do that, and I think it ended up costing me $400 or $500, which again, that's included in this total amount. So for around, depending on the size of the generator that you end up getting, if you go with the one that I have, you can probably have all of this done with install and everything for under $2,500. I actually probably paid all in all about $2,000. I fluffed it up a little bit because inflation and stuff. I bought this generator a while back. I don't even think it's available on Costco anymore. That's where I got it from, but they do still make it. So if you wanted to get that particular generator, I think you can find it. I'll post a link here from Amazon or some other retailer that you can get that from. I'm very happy to say that this did power my entire home. Everything was working fine, and I was even able to charge my car at a lower amperage, but still was able to charge it. And I'll update you guys next time we lose power to see if I'm able to increase that now that I have the Micro Air Flex Easy Start installed. And I hope it works out for you guys as well, because I know a lot of people, since these storms are getting worse and worse and people lose power, and especially here in Houston and surrounding areas in Texas, people are fed up with losing power and it's hot. So a lot of people are going out and getting generators and different systems, and a lot of them can be very costly. I know some people that have gotten some Generacs and other things that you run anywhere from $15,000 to $20,000. And that's great if you got the money to do that. I wasn't in that particular market. I wanted to look at a more affordable option, a more cost-effective. If the power goes out, I do have to pull the generator out, plug it in, gas it up, but that all might take 10 minutes, right? 5-10 minutes, depending on how you're feeling and what the time of day is. For the cost difference, it's more than worth it for me. And I hope it works out for you. If you have any questions about the setup, I'll do my best to get those answered. And for the most part, most of it is pretty self-explanatory and user-friendly. I just wanted to share the stuff that I'm using, and I'll post everything below. Feel free to comment, direct message me. I'm here to help with all things real estate related, and this is another thing that will help ease the pain of home ownership. Great day. Hope this helps.